Welcome to an amazing episode of Inside Thoughts, Take 1. I got with me the spectacular Kamalian, the amazing Malachi and Ous. It's great. And the energetic osmosis, Yeah, there you go. Look, let's go. All right, guys. So this is our first take of many, I'm sure. So, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Woke up a little while ago. Had some good sleep, and I'm about to enjoy the weekend later on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And osmosis.
I'm good as well. I had a really nice nap earlier and nice breakfast as well. And today's a really nice day. So yeah. What about yourself?
Yeah, I had a decent breakfast, decent sleep, all of that. I woke up about 2-3 hours ago. We'll pretend that it's 9 a.m. at this point in time, so I'm an early riser, of course. And yeah, I'm enjoying the speckled bits of blue between the green clouds in the sky. So yeah, it's great. So what is our first point of business? What do we want to discuss today?
I'm open.
Let's talk about us.
Talk about us. Let's talk about you, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about us.
Oh yeah. That's
okay, Kamal, that's a good idea. Let's talk about us. What about us would you like to talk about?
Should we tell the people how we know each other and what about who we are?
Sure, you go first.
Alright, cool. Let's get this full.
Did a 10-year tour in America.
There we are. That's much better for me now. Okay, so
7 years.
Allow me to introduce myself. It's your boy KB, the one and only, also known as
Chameleon.
No, I was gonna put Chameleon, but I didn't want that. Nah, I don't even know how my name came as Chameleon here. But yeah, I go by the name of Cam, but my name is Kamal Brown.
Special Kamal.
I knew that was coming. But yeah, moved from the US from 2011. I've been there ever since, and getting used to England so far. The weather is not my strong suit. It's a bit confusing. 1 minute it's sunny, then it makes rainy, next minute it's cold, but it's not I don't like it. But the one thing I like about England, how it's so diverse and multicultural. But yeah, so far I'm getting a liking to this country.
Awesome.
That's good. That's a great intro.
Malachi, your turn.
You didn't really talk about how we know each other though. So my turn. All right, my name is Malachi. I moved to England about 25 years ago. Don't ask me where I was before then. Yeah.
In the heavens.
Been here my whole life. I was born here. I was born here. Basically, yeah, I was born here. Yeah, I were too. So let's do that. So don't have that much interest in. I'm gonna say that I know you both from different means. I met you, Kamal, at a family barbecue cookout for my little cousin, your little cousin. Yeah. In common. We were all hanging about together. You were stood on the stairs. You look like a big 19-year-old, and we were like, you're a big adult. And then we speak to you finally after about an hour or so, and you're like, no, I'm 14. And we're like, what? You're 14? Huh? Okay. Yeah. All right. And then yeah, we've been tight as thieves ever since. Thick as thieves.
Big from birth.
Yeah. And we all like the same shit. Like it seems like it runs in the family that we're all into the same thing.
Yeah.
And osmosis, I met you when I was invited by one of our mutual friends to crash your birthday party that they weren't even invited to. But I didn't know that at the time. And not only do we crash your party, we bring a couple of girls with us as well. I was like, hey, we're here. That's it. Yeah. And then you just had to make nice, and then we actually became really good friends. And that was yeah. Now you're like a brother as well.
Yeah, true. Weirdly though, I actually don't remember where I met Kamal, to be honest. It's probably a night out.
Probably a night out, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kamal was back in them days. You know,
I'm thinking it's probably like we went from Wellingborough and to Kettering or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking that also.
Yeah, it's probably Abacus, to be honest.
Oh yeah, the two club. Yeah.
You knew each other before that time you shared your birthday with Angela, didn't you?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Damn, I can't remember that actually. Wow, life's been wow. Must have been 2015 though.
Probably. I have no idea when. It's just like I woke up and I know Kamal, and that's how it is. Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, we all know each other. We're all bestest friends and good family. And yeah, I don't think there's never been anything bad. There's never been a bad blood because we always fix stuff and patch things up straight away because that's who we are. So yeah, everything's been tight ever since.
Peterborough.
We can do this all day. We do so much time.
Oh, I know. We've done something like Peterborough for you to me. What's it? Kettering from me to you. What's it? Birmingham from me to both of you. Leaving you both outside. You know.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah, it has been great. I mean, there's been a few times we've butt heads, but it wasn't anything serious. It's more like stupid shit.
Yeah. The sweep under the rug,
Yeah.
Oh my days. We've had some crazy adventures though between us two. That one in Birmingham, where all of us three went out. Oh, that was the best night ever. Oh my God.
I just thought it was funny because anytime, like honestly, it was just like you was like some next level chick magnet, and then someone was like when we walked into the club, it was like yeah, and this just I guess was beautiful girl just come up to you. She was like, hey, blah 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 blah. She didn't say blah 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 blah. She obviously said something, but man, I was drunk. No, all I was that you guys were linking arms. She was all over, and then she was like, please, can you wait for me? And then you was like, yeah, of course I'll wait for you. And then you went to wait.
Dude, really, that story.
No,
this
is not wait. This is just starting. We're just starting the night. We're going. And then we went.
It was though, kinda, and I fucked it. I fucked it because we didn't see her afterwards, but I was technically right. We just got there.
I was just like, forget them. Let's go to the dance floor. Go to the bar.
There was bare girls in there though. Although she was fine.
Yeah.
See, moral of the story is you don't always have to listen to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
She was bad.
Because the club was so big that you never saw her again. That was
true. There's like 5 rooms in there and like 2 floors, I think.
And on different floors, different heights and different areas, you can't see them all from one spot.
Nope.
You can go up, you can go down.
Come on, I'll forever apologize for that. That
I forgot about that part of the story now.
Every other one, fucking shit, but that one, me.
That one's one of my favorites because I was there trying to argue it, and he was like, no, Oz knows what he's talking about, you know.
Yeah.
He does. This is his thing. Oz knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
But it still went good afterwards because we met those other chicks afterwards at the bar.
Yeah, it was a good night. Come on, what about you? What's your favorite story about Birmingham? Because I have one.
I think it was the
not
part
be
where
how many videos of.
No. I think my favorite story about Birmingham with us is that I think I was talking to this chick named Anu, and me and Malachi were talking to her friends as well. And I don't know where you went, Oz, but Malachi decided to go, yeah, I'm gonna take your chick and in a bit. I was like, what do you mean? Because the thing, I was talking to the chick at the time, she's from Sri Lanka, and I was like, you're trying to get to know her. All I see is Malachi can't know I go to me, so I'm gonna put her on my back, and I'm gonna see you later. I was like, yo, what are you doing? Your chick's right next to you, and she looks so sad right now. So she's onto my house. She's like looking at me like, oh, so what are we gonna do? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't know.
because I can turn into an arsehole when I'm drunk. I try not to. I don't drink that much anymore. So all we can do is
when you're drunk. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm an arsehole when I try not to be.
I think that was the funniest story ever because we get to a taxi, she's like, so who's that guy? I was like, oh, that's my cuz. I don't know what the whole situation was then, but can I get your Snapchat? Yeah, that was it. I think that was my favorite part of the game. That part was so funny. Because it was confusing.
Well, my favorite part about you was actually in Kettering. I don't know what we did, but it was me and Malachi. You were out chatting to some girls, like probably 5 or 6 of them. And we came out, so we were coming to you, and you saw us, and you were like, no, fuck off.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't remember
we came with so much energy. You were like, nah, fuck you lot, because if you come, you know, fuck shit up.
No, I remember there was these 2 girls. I mean, one night I went out with Kamal. It was in Wellington. Yeah. And there was these 2 girls. I didn't know. I was just with him. And like this was before I started to get a bit like, you know, like careless with my alcohol consumption. Yeah. And basically, so there was these 2 girls, yeah, basically that he worked with. Yeah. The first one.
Oh yeah. The
first one, she was like, oh, who's your friend? And he was like, he's my cousin, you don't need to speak to him. Like, we just I was like, nah, you don't need to be. Asked him to introduce us, and he was like, you don't need to know. The second one was I'm not gonna mention names because we all know these people, but it was like, she was like, oh, hey, you gonna introduce me to your friend? And he was like, no, you're speaking to me, and then pushed her back to the bar.
Right. For context.
It was like, damn. The worst thing is, he did it whilst I wasn't even paying too much attention, so I didn't know. He had to tell me that's what he'd done, and that's how I know that's what he did. And I was like, he didn't even need to admit to, but he admitted to it, and then I'm like, bro, I'm vexed now because I've seen these people.
Yeah, but for context, Malachi is Mr. Steal Your Girl out here. There was a time Malachi was Mr. Steal Your Girl. Even if he was in like,
we go,
yeah, in a bad way, but he comes and he's on some other energy, and the girls are like, ooh, who's that? So
super Lord light skin out here, man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You can be on the dance floor doing your thing. He just shows up, I will take this one, that one, and you can have I'll take that one as well. You know,
I'm not like this. None of this is true.
It is.
This is your perception. This isn't true. Just so you know, yeah, like, ladies. If you see me about and everything, yeah, I am just a normal guy, you know, like just like.
Oh my god!
Yeah, look at that humble brag out here.
Hey?
I said, look at that humble brag.
That's not a humble brag. I'm
Actually,
a normal
come on,
guy.
were you in Newcastle when we
You're
went?
making me look like a man.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, just a whore. Making me look like a whore.
That's the first time, Malachi, you never got me in the way. But oh my god, Newcastle.
I mean,
so live.
Dude, I mean, kind of did, because I think it was you and Toby with them girls, and I came.
Nah,
and
it wasn't you. Nah.
He kicked me out, motherfucker.
I said, wait.
That was Newcastle. Yeah.
It was.
Because you were telling me all about one of them when I came in after I'd had to deal with Phil so many times. I was like, look.
Yeah, so here's what happened, yeah. We were in one club, yeah. We left it, and then some girl was crying, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking rescue her. So I'm trying to find out what's wrong with her, because her friends, like, wanted to ditch her. So our friends ditched out on me. So, you know, I'm trying to help this girl go home. So I got a taxi and everything.
Yeah, Mr. Hero.
And, so by the time I was finished, all of you were gone. I was, you know, it's the first time we're in Newcastle. I had no idea where everybody was. I was looking everywhere.
Yeah.
When I finally found you guys, I was so relieved, and I was like, oh, here you are. So I just came, and I like freaking like laid down on the chair, and Toby was like, get the fuck out of here.
Let me explain the circumstances on this.
No, I was gonna come to the circumstance. Like it sounds mean that way, but like there's a reason for it.
Oh no! But I mean, just as circumstance. Let's put it this way, yeah. Just so you know, this whole part of Newcastle that we're in, the clubs were all on one street. So where he was left, was across the road from the club where everyone else was, and I was round the corner. So he wasn't in the middle of nowhere. No one was there. Like he knew where everyone was.
Did you know?
Because we told him where everyone was going, and I told him where I was going. And I asked him if he was coming, and he decided to stay. Because what had happened was that friend, I'm letting him finish telling his story, but what had actually happened is that friend that she was there trying to help, but then she left her friend to go get some dick. She was like, oh, my boyfriend's here, I'm gone. And left her friend there standing on the corner but she only left because Oz had come to help, otherwise she'd have stayed. But she's like, oh no, someone else. She's really,
dude, but she was hysterical, man. She was crying like she lost something.
That sounds peak.
It was.
You can stay here crying. I'm gonna go get some dick. I'll text you.
No, dude, she literally left her there, got in a taxi and fucked up. Honestly.
It wasn't a taxi, it was her boyfriend's car.
No, it was a guy. Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember. But I saw her get in the car and I was like, what
because he came to pick her
what's
up.
happening? Yeah. And then I'm trying to escape this girl and she's like insisting, please don't leave me alone, this and that. And I'm like, fuck, what did I get myself into? So I had to get her a taxi and she got in a taxi. The moment she got in the taxi, she was trying to say something. I just like slammed the door on her and I told the driver to go. So he left. I was like,
get out.
Yeah. Got back in the club and I'm thinking, where's everybody? So I've been looking for people probably for like 5 minutes or something. Couldn't find anyone. Came, I think it was probably Phil, Toby, and somebody else. I don't know if it's you or somebody else.
Kamal Phil was with me, so
yeah.
Phil.
Yeah, so they were chilling with some girls, and I didn't even see the girls. I just saw them. I was like, yes, they are my friends. And I came and I just
he sent us a text to say, go the fuck away. Do not come and find us. That's what he said. That's how he sent it out. There was a text.
Oh. I came and dude. Oh, by the way, this is the first time I've actually seen Toby like pull like a 10 or something. And
this is the thing. I pulled two
because I got there.
Thought, yes. Okay, I'm gonna buy them both a drink. We got 2 girls of us. Toby, you take that one. I'm gonna take this one now, and it's going smooth. Like we get to the second or third drinks, and everyone knows the saying: if I buy more than 2 drinks, then we go together. So I'm thinking,
I didn't know that saying.
It's really? King Buck.
Yeah.
That's his song. His thing. Yeah. Because Kamal showed it to me, so I know what it is.
Yeah.
He was like, you gotta watch this.
Trust me. So if we buy them 1 or 2 drinks, that's it. It's sorted. So we got to the 3rd drinks now, and we're just about to try and leave with them. And out of nowhere, Oz just jumps, dives in the sofa, was like, hey guys! I'm thinking, this ain't the right time right now because your boy kind of fucked up earlier, and now you just came all that energy, and they just ran away.
No. One of the girls was like, she looked at me and she was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I think that was what pissed them off.
You came with so much energy. We was like,
dude, I was so happy, and then Toby was mad at me, and I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" And I think he told me later that, dude, you fucked our whole shit up. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I know that you're recognizing the pattern. This only happened twice, by the way. Happened twice. Out of that, I'm a fucking good wingman. So yeah.
How many nights out have you? So when, other than those 2 times, when's the last time you've been out with Toby?
Oh, Jesus.
That was the last time actually.
Every time I said almost every time because I think last time I think you told me I got every time.
Nah, that was the last time, and to be fair, I've never actually seen him do anything, so I feel some type of way fucking that up because I was really first of all I was like,
I think you
he has game.
Yeah. I think it was Ethan or Phil or someone messed up with my girl, so I thought,
it would have either been Nathan or Ethan because Phil was messing up my night.
So everybody messed each other's nights then.
Well, my whole thing was like literally, it was great. Like we was out there, we was enjoying ourselves and everything. Remember, we met like the only 2 other black people in Newcastle.
Literally,
yeah. And we all had a group photo. I have it in my leather jacket somewhere.
Dude,
oh wow.
It's like.
Did I want to see that? I don't even remember that.
Me neither.
See if I can find it. But basically,
yeah.
Because of that, we were all viewed as like exotic or something like that. Like I'm not saying.
I'm
also not saying that like like I had an issue with it at all. I was like, I'm seeing the type of way. As long as it just makes me seem like I'm cooler. I mean, I wouldn't be so proud of it now, but at the time, but damn man, you were young. it's like things like that happen. Oh, I can't find it. No, it's not in there anymore. Maybe I lost it. But yeah.
But no, it is ours. The reason Toby was so messed up, I was so upset with you, is the fact that we had to like really not work for it, but basically, I'll tell you how it all started. Toby and I went to his club after talking to Savannah, and
Savannah,
I
forgot about her.
Yeah, so this guy had 2 girls in his arms, locked up in his arms. I thought, raw. So I said to my man, stop. I'm gonna take both of you guys, and I gave one to Toby and went to the bar. So that's like how it all began. So
that was smooth.
I don't know how I did it, but I was drunk. I just did it.
Yeah.
So we're drinking now. I'm lipsing my girl, and flipping hell, I think Ethan's standing right above me, and she getting uncomfortable. I look up and say, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm here. He's over there. You go find your own one. Like, yo, go.
Fuck off. Yeah.
So, so we get to the top of the club now because it's like 3 or 4 floors. I can't remember, but
me neither.
we're basically about to pull them now, and we just see you just pop out of nowhere. So we're thinking, oh no, not again. Oh my God. But yeah, that was more of the story, but it was just crazy.
Well, I don't want to shift blames, but I think the person who messed up that whole night was basically Phil, because he did it twice. He did it to you, Mala, and then he did it to us. Because remember, we was with that girl that was in a leather thing.
That was the first time for me.
Fuck, by the way.
It was because I remember it was like I didn't feel bad. It was like he wanted to. It's like nothing to feel bad for, but he wasn't most confident. So we started teaching him how to dance. It's like cool. So we did that. We was doing all that. He was ripping everything. But like in Newcastle, it was one of the first. It wasn't really one of the first. I mean, it happened before. But it's one of the first times where like no matter what, like I was just constantly. In fact, actually, it was one of the first where I was constantly being hit on, and it was like I was like, damn, hey, oh my gosh, gracious. Like, oh my like, every time someone comes to hit on
I feel special.
Yeah. I felt good. It Newcastle boosted my self-confidence in that sense because people kept hitting on me and I'm like, shit, man. Oh, damn, I must look good. And that's why I think it was not gonna but
literally.
Bro, you're 2, but in Newcastle you're 11.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's exactly what it was like. But yeah, so it was so then like it was like but like then anytime someone would hit on me, I'd get a nudge. I really like that girl. like there's either say something or just like don't keep claiming anyone that talks to me because like when we was outside one of the girls would come out and she'd ask like one of them was meant to go top with one of them
top that's it.
And it was like so we was going to top and then that's when you spotted the other girl that you was going to that you went to play hero with, and so then that one I was like, well, I can't leave him on his own, because you don't know anybody. So she was like, all right, I'll see you inside. Long story short, by the time I got back to top, she was long gone. Yeah. So so anyway, so then I'm outside and then someone else comes up that was inside. She was like, oh yeah, there's an even better club that's around the corner. I was like, I don't know too much about that. But I was like, I'm not sorry. I said, sorry, I'd love to see it, maybe in a little bit, but right now I've got to make sure she's okay. And then I've got to make sure my friend's okay as well, so that we can go, because I promised I wouldn't leave him alone. And then Phil comes up and he nudges me again. He's like, I'm like, bro, you got to stop. Like, honestly, you have got to stop when it comes to like if a woman's chatting to me, there's nothing wrong with you trying if you want to, but don't come to me and then say, hey,
they clearly like your friend. How do you go and say I want her now when you see she's trying to flirt with your friend? It's like weird.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But like, then I was like, all right. So I spoke to you and said, look, Oz, we need to go because he was like, you go, I'll go find the others afterwards. You just never left you. Yeah, essentially, to go around the corner. But the club that he was going to was across the road. So that was fine. I don't feel bad about that because all someone had up and they'd see me. Yeah. So we went into there and then we're all sort of dancing. And he comes back over to me and he's like, Malachi, I don't know what it is, but I think she's into you. Like, I don't know, like, what do I do? I was like, dance with her, and I'll do something.
Kamal, that's not the worst thing you did, by the way.
No. Huh?
That's not the worst thing you did that night.
No. So we danced with her, yeah. And then so he danced with us, right? I said, look, okay, I'll do something to put her off me. Yeah. And I thought, I turned around, started looking around. I thought, I'll just dance with someone else because someone, you know, feels like it is. You're not having to fight for your attention. You've got to show her she's the one. So I was like, let me find someone else to dance with. That'll be the end of it. I turned around and I saw the most beautiful woman I have ever laid eyes on. I'm not gonna lie, to this day, like an angel in the club. And I smiled and I thought, oh, no, then I saw that she was looking at me. She started smiling. I was like smiling, so we just started dancing with each other. Didn't work, by the way, because then as soon as things started to happen that way, it was like I then get Phil then comes to grab me to say,
oh Lord,
it's really urgent. And then when I get outside, it's to help her find a taxi that's across the road, literally right there. Like, we're here, taxi's right there. I was like, I was not needed for this. But what had happened was, so I was like, all right, cool. But this angel of a person was just gone.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah, but that's the thing, Malachi. I think you're too nice sometimes. You just sometimes be like, dude, no, like you're an adult. Come on. But come on,
no. We need
nice
Malachi here. Come on.
Yeah, no, we do. I'm not saying.
You know what? To be fair, if I wasn't
pulled out, sometimes.
If I wasn't pulled out of that club, I wouldn't have been able to that fight.
Say again.
There was a fight.
After we got the girl back to her taxi that was across the road, she got in there. And
yeah.
I got another nudge from Phil to ask her if he can go with her, and I did, and she said no. And that's it. So I walked up to the. So we started walking up the road, and there was these two guys that were about to go out with each other, and they was just screaming like, "Stop! Stop! 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 Stop!" So I went up there and I just sort of like parted them across. Yeah, like bear in mind these guys are bigger than me. Like. If it wasn't for the fact that I was there as a watcher, I wouldn't have been able to stop it if they didn't want to fight. You know, like you could tell it's like they're at a point where they feel like they have to, but they don't really want to. So both of them, they're like, we have to fight each other. But like, I don't want to fight you though. You know, so I was like,
you have to see face.
And I was like,
everybody's watching.
You go to your the only person who was watching was your girlfriend. So I was like, look, go with your you got your woman crying. Go with her, and you guys go home and have a good night. And I grabbed the other person and I said, look, come with us, because he'd lost all his friends as well.
Oh, Pete.
And so then we came into the top, and that's when I found you in the smoking area, because Oz had already done his thing.
My thing.
Yeah, you're dropping, scaring people off.
Okay. So everybody took an L that day. We all took an L that day. But dude, so after that, I think we went out and then we found these two girls and we still wanted to party. Yeah, and she was trying to take us somewhere, so we went to Mackey's. We got food and everything. By the way, Phil is there. He's quiet. He's not saying shit. Me and Malak, we were vibing with the girl. You know, we're joking, we're laughing and everything. So Phil wanted to go back to the hotel. Guess what he asked?
I was really long going to the hotel. I was too drunk by then.
Yeah, you guys left, and we went to stay out some more. Yeah, come on, guess what he told the girl? He didn't say any word to her for like half an hour, and he was about to leave. Guess what he asked her?
As he's leaving.
He looked at her, and he was like, can I get a kiss or something like that?
Can I get a kiss too?
Yeah, and we were like, oh, the fuck? Like, dude, that pissed me off so much, and I was so embarrassed, because I was just like, fuck, all my energy just left my body, and I was just like, fuck. Literally, because she looked at us like we were really cool, till he said that, and we just went down. Yeah.
Okay.
That was fucking brutal, man.
You could see the respect move. And
And we couldn't even say anything to Phil. It was just like that just happened.
They had a house party around there, where they had some of the old people. They had that Ricky guy from Geordie Shore from there, and they had some people. There was a lot of, it was like basically there was a lot of party. Yeah, stuff like that. It was going to be like a really cool party, and we were invited. Or we was, at least it seemed like we were invited until that.
Until Phil
we got left outside, and then we got
God.
Where Toby had let one of the girls have his phone to tell us where the travel lodge was that we were staying at.
Yeah, I got lost.
So the Uber ended up costing an extra 30 quid.
Yeah. Because we were really far. Like our travel lodge was really far from the town centre, actually.
Yeah, it was very far.
Yeah. I think next time we go, we have to live like really close.
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, it cost about 30, 40 quid to get, like, it would have cost about a tenner, you think, but it cost about 40 quid to get there after we'd gone to the other travel lodge that was.
We went to the wrong one.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a good night.
My favorite time though was literally before we went out. Like that was, I think, the funniest thing happened. Like us like knocking each other's door and saying housekeeping and something like that.
I can't remember.
The pre-drinking was also awesome.
That's because you did a car wash, Kamal.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I didn't do a car wash then. I did a car wash later on in Leicester because I thought.
Yeah, it was Ethan's idea, and I think almost everybody did a car wash, and then that fucked us.
I was like, no, I ain't gonna do that. Getting my clothes all sticky already. Yeah. Getting and then me getting like pissed out of my mind because whatever alcohol you guys decided to put in.
I don't know what the hell happened. All I know is that when we got to the hotel, when we left the hotel, best night ever in Newcastle. That's all I know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. It was, even though there was all that, I think that's what helped make it as well. Because if those things,
we had stories like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
we would have had different stories, but
but it's like if you go like all these different places we went to, like I think because with everything that went wrong with it, it was like something else would happen. Like you're like, because we otherwise would have just stayed in the same club, gone to the other club, and that would have been the night. But no, we all split off and had our own adventures within sort of 50 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Different nights.
Yeah. I think we actually spoke to a celebrity for like 20 minutes, and I had no idea he was.
What, in Newcastle?
Yeah.
What? You already tipped off to get yourself some food, and we just bumped into you on the street randomly. And then you were like, oh yeah, can I get £10 to get myself some food and go home? I was, like,
I was dead. I couldn't hang no more.
I don't even like, we was looking for you. And then it was like you just suddenly came out onto the street, on the same street.
I was dying, man. Like, I think I had like too many drinks at one point, and I was like, no, I need to sober up and sleep. That's what I need to know.
I think we started early as well.
We told people that there was a club we could go to. Is there a club that's open? And they was like, yeah, MCDs. And it's like, MCDs is McDonald's. That's not a club. So, in MCDs, one of my favorite memories there.
Yeah.
Sorry, my little brother was shouting at the same time that I was talking, so I thought someone was shouting at me.
He's at McDonald's.
Like outside, that was
someone said Mackey's.
Girls, they just started singing. The Renegade Master. I don't know the whole song, but they did, and I was like, damn, this is, I could dance to this.
Wow.
See, that's why people like MCD, because people will sing to you.
Exactly.
Damn.
Right.
No, but Newcastle was fun, honestly.
It was.
Yeah.
Apart from the next day when I had that big 2-hour nosebleed.
Oh.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I slept actually all the way back after we waited for you, because I think I left with Ethan and somebody else.
You left with Ethan and Nathan.
Yeah, I literally slept at the back of the car all the way. At some point, because it's like 4 hours drive, they stopped somewhere to go get food or whatever, and I was just in the back of the car, and I woke up and I had no idea what the fuck I was. I was like, what the fuck? Where am I?
Wow.
Luckily, 5 minutes later, they came, and I was like, whew. I thought they just drove me somewhere and they left me there. Or they thought I died. And they just like, let's dump the car and just like pretend this didn't happen. So I was like, shit, where am I? Yeah, that was scary when I woke up, but yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
Newcastle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
How long ago was that now? That was a good 3-4 years ago, wasn't it?
4 years ago, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, yeah. I was gonna say 3 years. Dang, time flies, man.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see. Last birthday I didn't see Toby. Birthday before that, I think we did pizza for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been about 4 years ago. Yeah.
Man.
Damn.
And we said we were gonna go there. We still haven't. I think we should again.
What,
after this thing ends, man, let's go back.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yes, after this thing ends, but like maybe not straight away after it ends.
Yeah, not
obviously.
Yeah. Only because it's cold, and I think by the time this thing ends, it might be winter. And one thing I did not like about Newcastle is the fact that
It was cold as shit.
Cold.
It was cold, but I can't. Oh yeah, it was cold. Hella cold.
It was freezing.
I think the worst part of it, like, because obviously when we was on the actual night out, it was fine because we was in mainland. We wasn't by the rivers and all that. But when we'd just gone out for those early afternoon drinks after we'd reached there and everything, or by the docks and everything like that, it was that was where it was a madness because it was like really cold. And when we called the Uber pulled up on the other side of the river. So we had to walk to the other side of the river. It turned out the Uber had pulled up on the cut into the shopping centre above the riverside where we were at. So we had to walk up a steep hill. Toby couldn't get up the steep hill. Neither could I don't know. A lot of you couldn't, but it took us a good 10 minutes to get there. And then the taxi. Then once we do finally get up there, the taxi's already turned itself around to then come down and pick us up on the bottom of the road. So it's like, all right, now we've got to make our way back down, but it's so steep that you might break your face if you don't take your time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was a mission and a half, man.
Oh yeah, I don't think because Kamal weren't there yet, weren't it? It was me, you, Toby, and Phil. So yeah, it was Phil that couldn't get up there.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I think you guys. Some people came late, didn't they? So I think Kamal, you guys must have been on that batch.
Because they were working. Kamal was working till 2:30, and Nathan was working till 12. And I don't know about Ethan, but I think that was pretty much the reason why. Because
Yeah, you guys came later. When you guys came, we already went out for drinks and came back to the hotel. And then we had another priest and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, you look confused. That's what happened. That's what we're telling you. That's what happened.
I'm trying to figure out when did this happen?
This happened when you were on your way to Newcastle.
Wow. So many things happened.
Remember, you went with Nathan and Ethan to get there. You came back with me and Toby.
No, yes, right, yeah.
I was ready in the morning when we was going up. You went ready to the afternoon because it was going to be the opposite, where Oz would go up with them and you'd come up with us because he lives in Kettering and they live in Kettering.
Yeah.
All I remember was going big Tesco's and going on to the motorway to Newcastle. But that whole journey to Newcastle was awful. It was long.
It was really long.
It was really short for us, isn't it? We got there in 3.5 hours or something like that.
3.5 hours. Wow.
Yeah, because I mean the traffic was fairly light, and then we stopped for 5 minutes, got some food, and then we're out again.
Yeah, and we had loads of bands. It was
we did. Although Toby's car, the back of Toby's car was fucking tiny, and I feel cramped in there.
Oh jeez.
4 hours.
He's got a better car now. He drives a spaceship.
At the time he had, what did he have? It was a blue car. I think it was a C1.
He has only ever had blue cars.
Really?
Yeah, so that's it. They look the best to him. And I'm not gonna lie, his new car is beautiful.
Yeah. What car does he drive now?
I'm not a car guy. I don't know. He drives a blue car, but it's like
you say he don't know.
You can ask.
What car does he drive? It's blue. Yeah.
Spaceship. It has an amazing sound system. Yeah.
That's sick.
It's a cool ass car.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. I think you didn't notice how cramped it was because you were in the middle. So what were you? No, you're not.
I was up front. What do you mean?
You're at the back with me when we were going.
I swear I was.
Wait, who was it with us? It was Phil.
No,
Toby.
It was 4 of us. I think it's me, Toby, Phil, me, and you. I think.
Well, I was at the back.
Yeah, you was in the back with me, because I remember there was a video. I had a video of you actually. You chatted shit or something, and you caught me recording you, and you started laughing. I remember that.
I can't remember all this.
Dude, this was a long time actually. I'm beginning to think about it now. This is a long time ago.
Last thing, there's a lot of things it always feels like you know what? When I'm looking back, everything that's happened, it feels like there's not been enough time. Which happened.
Exactly.
Well, I'm only I've got to say, these adventures only really started when I turned 18. In fact, because I went to uni and I had my adventures there. But the adventures with you guys, when I came back from uni, in terms of these ones, and it feels like whenever I try and think back to when it actually took place, it's like, did it happen that long ago? Was that long ago? When did it happen? And it's like some stories I merged together. I'm like, oh no, that must have been the same night. It's like, no, it wasn't. They were different.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
What's been your best night and your worst night?
Oh.
Who wants to go first?
Okay, I'll go on my worst night.
Yeah.
I think I told you this story before. I was in Bedford when I went uni, and it was Halloween. Oh,
it's the worst night then, yeah.
Dude, let's just say, I think I'm happy that like nothing has stopped that yet. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if I could go back in time, I would tell my younger self then and say, look, don't ever talk to a girl in a costume with a mask that you can't see the face in. I'll just start the story like this. I was gassed to say, yeah, I'm putting the guy in Bedford clubs. I'm gone. See you later, bitches. Take her to her crib, put her on my back. Now, from the club to the actual uni is about, I would say, 10 miles. So I'll put her on my back and we run it flat in 15 minutes. I don't know how I did it. I was super drunk.
Are you sure? 10 miles in 15 minutes?
Dude, you can't. What? You faster than you say fucking. How horny were you?
In my head, it felt 15 minutes, and I was that horny. I was like, yes,
holy shit,
gonna go down now.
I mean, dude, how many fills did you go past?
I don't know. All I know is I got to the
carry on.
And we get to her place. She's like, I'm gonna make myself so comfortable. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Man,
take off his jeans. He's got his shorts underneath, lying on the bed already. His legs wide open. I'm thinking, all right, cool. We look a bit tense in the bed there. Look good. So she comes out, no makeup, no costume, in her pajamas. So I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is this person? Because I'm kind of like sobered up now. So in my head, I'm thinking, I got Catwoman, and now I got a homeless person. And I was like going this way and one going that way. I was thinking, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? I thought, and she said to me, and she calls her friend. She's like, I'm about to have my first ever black guy. I'm like, bitch, no you ain't. We ain't gonna do shit. So I said, look, I'm hungry. She's like, okay, I'll give you some snacks. And she's got like a whole, I don't know how this is possible, but this girl had chocolates and sweets all over her room. Like it was like a candy store.
God
literally. And she said to me, so what we're gonna do? I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep. So I'm gonna turn this way, and you can do whatever you want that way. And the moral of the story is she kicked me out afterwards because she couldn't get none. So
yeah. Oh, dude, come on, think about how ballsy you are. She's thinking she's gonna get laid, and you're like, nah, I want to sleep. What the fuck? I'll kick you out as well.
I just couldn't put myself to do it. I just thought, what the hell?
I would be like, yo, can you give me a couple more shots, please?
She had nothing but sweets, candies, chocolates.
Yeah, you can get sugar high or something.
No, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. To this day, I thought to myself,
yeah,
how did I go wrong?
For the people listening, he literally called us like, I think the next day.
The next day.
I think it was like 10 of us you called and like telling us the story.
It was so.
Oh my God.
That was funny, man.
The longer this call goes on, is that we are all terrible people.
Yeah.
I always thought we were great, but we.
I need to think of a best story.
What's your best story? You did, yeah. Best.
I don't even know. You know, it's hard to say, really.
Yeah.
What's your most memorable?
Or the most fun one you had?
Yeah.
The one you're like, this was a brilliant night out.
Yeah.
I think I have to say the Birmingham one. In the first story told, the Birmingham one was my favorite one.
Which one?
Newcastle was great, but when it was us three in Birmingham, that was just like, oh my God, that one was just crazy.
Actually, yeah, that will be my top fives actually, because I remember there was one time we were like, we were in the smoking area, and we were like, we don't feel the energy enough, and then we all just started hyping each other up.
Yeah.
Like, you build up to a point where I was just like, fuck, this is amazing. And we didn't even drink shit. We just
I
hyped
know.
ourselves up, and then we went in the dance floor, had a fucking great night. That was great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
That was awesome.
After like there are a lot of blanks in my memory from that night that I don't remember. Like the whole like I remember you giving me your keys. But in my head, you guys were in the Uber too. You gave me your keys because I'm faster. You guys are as hell. But
I remember that
that's why when you guys finally got in, I was asleep on the couch and the girl was ready to leave because she came back and I was like,
dude, for context, I just tell the whole story for context. Tell the whole story for context.
Oh, that was amazing. Oh, you got to tell your story right after my
whole story for context. Right. So we're at the end. So we're towards the end of the night. So bear in mind that you guys were together for the whole night. There were some scenes that I remember I spent it must have been an hour or so trying to find you, and we kept sending texts, but you guys weren't texting back straight away. So I'd come back and like, now we moved to the next room. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm trying to find you. And I think I'm getting drinks between, and I'm just getting so drunk. And so I finally find you guys. You guys are with, I think it was like 8 girls. You said you were.
Yeah, but that's the thing. How did you take my girl on your back, then dip, and then come back with her? So that's what I couldn't understand the process at the time.
No, I think we met some girls after we got kebab.
Hey?
We met some girls after we got kebab. You were out of it. I think me and Kamal, we got offered to actually go to Coventry with some chicks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that one ended. Yeah, we did.
Well, you didn't end up in Coventry.
We didn't. I don't know what happened, but we didn't because what I remember was so the girls offered us to go to Coventry with them, and I think I said yeah. So I rushed to get you in the taxi, gave you my key. You were with some girl.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, go straight, get in that. So when I came back, I don't know what happened. That's a blank to me. So from what I remember, the next time we was back, and then we're trying to get hold of you. You were sleeping. Banged on the door, called you, nothing. You were sleeping, and the girl was just next to you, sat there, and we were like, what the fuck happened here?
She was so nice. She was a very nice soul.
Like I said, I thought you guys were with us. So we go back walking off, hurry, we're holding hands and everything like that. You know, PG stuff.
Wow.
Anyway, so we go up all the stairs, we get into the door, and then rather than going upstairs, we go into the front room and sit down on the couch. And I tell her that, they'll be here any minute.
Fucking idiot.
She didn't tell me that they weren't in the Uber.
Dude, you were flirting with her. You were flirting, like you were making out your lips and everything. So we thought
she could be your wife. That's how she was.
But yeah.
Why do you think I got you guys a fucking Uber?
I think I should go. And I said, I woke up and I was like, no, don't go. They'll be here any minute. And she still didn't tell me she didn't ask me who we're waiting for. Well, she didn't ask me. She just thinks I passed back up.
Obviously, she's the nicest girl because she didn't take advantage of you. She was like very nice. Like,
she was a nice.
She realized you're really drunk and you're sleeping. Yeah,
she came outside. She's like, tell her I'm sorry. I had to go. Here's my name. Here's my face. But she was so nice to you. Like, she was like a good soul. And like, if you had married her, I understand. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man, like, you probably met your soulmate and you fucked her.
She didn't trust me.
No, because she didn't get any details from that. That was the biggest thing I ever got in contact.
Yeah, she wanted to see you again. She said to you, I'll tell her if he comes Birmingham again, come to
Wait, have you got her details then?
No, because she didn't want to give it to me. She didn't trust me. She trusted you, even though you're drunk in the sleep.
I didn't even got the same phone.
Oh my God, she was such a great soul, man.
I think he's what we should title this podcast. We title it "Nice Out and Missed Opportunity."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Anytime I said like you don't go looking for the one on a night out, but anytime I see someone that has sex, it seems to like I always do something to mess it up. Like every time, I'm like, damn.
Oh God.
Anytime there's someone out of my league, it's like and they're giving me a chance. I'm like, oh well. Obviously, your judgment stuff right now because you're fuck it up. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna correct it for you, and it's just gone, or I'm too fucked to do anything, or I'll say some shit that wasn't needed to be said, but I don't know what I said. Like there's one where I said something, and I remember She's walked away and everything. Like, because you introduced her over to me. She bought me a drink. She said something in my ear. I said something in her ear. She walked off back to her friends. And I got really confused. And then you came at that point and said, what did you say? What did you do?
Let me guess. You probably said, can I put it in your butt or something?
Like, cause I'm not that kind of guy. But I don't know what to say.
No, I'm joking, obviously. Come on, I can see your face.
I wouldn't know what this night was.
If this is Wellingborough, actually.
Okay. I thought we were still continuing
the town of which we reside. Not that town. We won't town.
Like, I saw her, she had a red hair shoes. Oh, dude, like, literally, you know when somebody's like the fittest person out of the room, like, you can tell. Yeah. I saw her, I'm like, yo, dang. I couldn't do anything, obviously, because I'm wiped up and shit. So I was like, I didn't expect thing. I'll be a good ringman, and I was. Introduced her to Malachi and everything. I was like, gave myself a high five because I'm like, yo, I'm the best ringman ever. And I was so proud of myself. Literally 1 minute later, she just walked up, and I was like, what the fuck? Came, asked him what he did, what he said. He didn't even remember what he said. So I was like, oh, well, shit.
I was really confused.
That's it, though.
I remember when she came up, I was like, you decided to introduce her. I was pissed. Not pissed, but like pissed off. Yeah. I was like, bro, why bring girls up to me like now? Like I was stressing so much. I don't know if that came out in some way because I was stressing so much because I had £15 in my pocket and that was all I had at that time. I was broke. I had £15. And I thought, I can't even afford to buy you a drink and then get home. Why are you bringing her over here? I'm still by the bar. I wanted to get me a drink. And then she turned around. She said, I think it's time the lady buys a man a drink. And I was like, that took me off guard. And I was like, I don't really want that.
That was the fucking smoothest thing ever. If a guy said that to me, I'd be like, I will marry you right now.
It was really
right here, right now.
I was like, because it made me uncomfortable. Because I don't like to get something. If I can't give back, I don't want to receive it. And I don't want to buy it. So I was like, yeah.
So whatever you whispered in that air, it must have been
something.
Yeah, I don't know what I said, but I do know that whenever I'm drinking, my mindset before I start drinking is what's happening. That's why I always say the key to a good night out is a great pre-drinks, because if I'm just drinking, then usually if I'm having a party whilst I'm drinking with my friends and family, I usually go out with some big energy. I'm like, yeah, this is it. If I've just had a fight before I come out, I'm angry. If I'm upset, I'll probably be more upset. That's just I end up crying into my bottle and stuff like that. But like that's why I think it's great. It's important to get your mindset. If you're going out on a night out, it's always make sure you've got your mindset in check before you even touch a drop of alcohol.
True.
Nice. Okay.
That's exactly what MO Events is about. We're about getting your mindset right. And shameless promotion, we're about getting your mindset right before your night out. We're not competing with your night out. 8 o'clock till 12 usually. You know, you come there, you have some cheap drinks, so you ain't spending all your money on your pre-drinks. You know, you get to know some people, get your atmosphere right, play some games, do some dancing, and then you go out into town and you go out, you know, with that big energy.
Go out with that.
Shameless promotion, just putting in there. Man, you know, once you finish your night out, you can go out and you want to think actually, and you want to conquer the world, you want to try something new. Why don't you go over to Hustle Hoops for some basketball tutorials on how to improve? What's it? They help you with getting into the British NBA and stuff like that. They're really British NBA as well. Shameless promotion.
Yeah, good exposure. We'll get you out there.
Lovely.
Okay,
let's carry on. What's been your best night then?
Wait, how long do we have left, to be fair?
My alarm will go off when we're running out, and I think we've got about 7 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, best and worst night out. So,
best night.
Okay, so my worst would be...
Don't say it.
So sorry, is there a night that you...
I'm just
you think I'm gonna say Peterborough? No, I was proud of you in Peterborough. I was like, it's one of those ones where I'm shocked. I'm like, I can't believe he did that to me. But oh my God, he did that to me. Like,
oh God.
You're like a proud dad.
Yeah, I was like a proud dad that just got beaten, got his ass beat on a game console. It's like, well, now what? Yeah, like, I'm proud of you. You beat me, but at the same time, I'm meant to be the man.
You were vexed.
No, my favorite. Well, I think my worst night out, in fact, it's got to be. It's got to be the time when we went out. When we went out, it was like you weren't there. Come out, it was me, Oz, one of the Mats, and I think maybe Justin was there. One of the Justins. I don't know, one of them. But we'd gone to Fever in Northampton.
Okay.
And so
I haven't been that club before.
We got a bottle and everything, but all we was doing was sat there drinking. And when I looked around, everybody was on their phones 24/7. So
Adam was there as well.
I just drunk, and everyone was just on their phones. And like I was too. Me, I have to get to a certain level of litness before I can go out to the dance floor, and I didn't want to just do that because we'd gone there sober. There was no pre-drinks or anything. Again, MO events is all about pre-drinks. There was no pre-drinks. Yeah, so it was like it was just like going out to. It was like, so we went there from sober to drunk. And so I just kept drinking because I had no one to talk to about anything. It was just loud. I mean, the music was okay. It wasn't really my kind of clubbing type music, you know? And it was like, this was before I even knew the back room existed. Because like, if I'd have known the back room existed, that's where I'd have been. I'd be like, nah, let's go do this back there. But yeah, so I said it was just, yeah, so I was just there, no one to talk to, no one to hype me up, I think, because everyone's in their phones. And these were the times before I had a decent data package. So I was just there with my run out, looking at my phone, pretending it's got internet, but it doesn't. And yeah, and so I just kept drinking, and so I eventually got another bottle. I did the same thing, and so I ended up getting so drunk that Oz had to carry me to his car. On the way to him carrying me, apparently, as to his description, was a really fine girl. Had somehow decided that me, limp and lifeless, was worth coming up to, and tried to take me home. And he was like, no. I ended up throwing up down my top, and then like all the way. He took my phone, put a status on Facebook, and then he was driving all around stopping people, including Chloe and Rosie, just saying to him, asking him, do you know where this guy lives? Because I don't. Do you know where this guy lives? And we just passed out in the back, just showing them me with vomit down my bright white top. That was like, it was not a pretty sight. That has got to be one of my worst.
Yeah, you missed out on something. When I told him the story about the girl that wanted to take him home, he said I should have left him. I should have let the girl take him home. By the way, he was comatose. The man couldn't fucking stand up. And he wanted me to leave him with a strange girl. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
I don't even know what it is. Yeah. I was like, damn, man, you should have just left me. You know,
that was a mission. I think I was up till like 10 before I finally found like where you live. I didn't like know you. We didn't know each other that well then.
Yeah,
like, it was like
you're not.
Damn.
Yeah, it was something.
And then it was but yeah. So and that's my worst. My best.
Yeah.
Has got to be. It's somewhere between Newcastle and one of our nights in Birmingham. The one that was like that turned out to be really. It was really good and really bad at the same time.
Yeah.
Like it was like the ones where I think like I said, I think it's either. So in terms of the night out aspect, I'd say Newcastle. But in terms of the night out coming back, I'd say that Birmingham time where I had a big downhill spiral where I'd started out really great. You guys were like, yeah, Malachi, you're the man. And then it got to a point where you thought, I better record this so he can see this tomorrow because this guy's losing.
What?
And we're all down there. So the next morning, there's like 8 of us just all in Oz's apartment, just all monging on the couch, floor, bean bags, wherever there is a place to sit, we're sat, just all hungover, eating our shit takeaway or something like that. And we're just laughing over videos and stuff that happened last night. Especially especially ripping on me because of my downward spiral, and it's just sort of stuff like it was great and bad and terrible at the same time, but it was one of my favorite after drinking talking stuff, you know.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
It was fun. It was
by the way, he just sat on the floor like this while you're all ripping into him.
There was no seats left. I couldn't stand.
Yeah. That was really fun night actually. I think that will also be in my top 5 to be honest. That would be one of the best nights actually. I'll include because I had the best time even though I lost my wallet.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I found it in the end.
Yeah.
But I lost my wallet. I almost like bonged a MILF actually. But I was with Malcolm, so I didn't. Yeah. She even dropped us. She dropped us home, and she was really nice. I was like, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about that because these guys got left out. So these guys, last an hour. Stop.
Okay.
But yeah, so these guys got left out. Because we still need your story as well. But yeah, these guys. So we was all coming back. So Malcolm had gone to players. Yeah, he told we're not going in there because Toby couldn't get in because Toby had trainers. And they were like, no trainers.
Yeah, new shoes.
And we just could not.
Bounces were
they were brand new. I don't see them, but we couldn't pretend they were shoes because they were so bright. And so like I had trainers on, but mine were those brown ones that I used to wear. So they looked like they were like posh shoes. But yeah, but we couldn't get in. So it was like, Malcolm, we're not going in there anymore. And I feel like he could hear us, but he didn't want to.
He just went anyway.
He just went, yeah.
Oh, God.
He was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a good night. And so so he carried on. So then I found him, and then those two didn't know how to get back because we'd already gone back.
And we had spent all our money as well.
Yeah, because this is before you properly knew where you were going. Because like this was when we were still getting lost in Birmingham after nights out.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't actually know how to get back, but we'll find it. I know from a certain point. And we used to have to find
and this sexy move pulled out of nowhere, looked at me and she was like, "You guys in the lift?" I was like, "Thank God, yes!" So I sat in the front with her, vibing and everything. You know, we got to my student accommodation, and I was hoping Malcolm would take a hint and get down, you know. But my man was still sitting there, and I'm just like, fuck's sake. Malcolm. Nothing happened, so I thought, fuck it, never mind. I tanked out and we got out, and then we got in,
Yeah.
For me,
I don't know how guys can do that, you know. I would feel so awkward if my friend and another girl and the girls there. I could not be in the same room or same.
Dude, I think he was trying to get some as well. So
oh, you can,
I don't know.
Oh, wait,
that's what I think.
Chemistry, but I feel chemistry.
Oh,
that's my guess. That's how I explained it to be honest, because I don't know why. Like he didn't take a hint, but it didn't matter.
Back in your car. When did you go back to your car?
Doesn't matter. Anyway.
Okay. All right. So it's your turn now. What's your best and worst?
Okay, I think my best and worst actually happened the same day. It was my birthday. We went to a rave. I have this thing. Yeah, you were there. So I have this thing where I'm like, I'm never doing drugs till I'm fucking 80 or something. For some reason, I got offered E and I fucking took it. Yeah. Amazing. I had a good time, energy, dance all fucking night and everything. Everything was lit. Awesome. Next day, so I'm gonna preface the story with my mom was supposed to visit me. My mom and my stepdad were supposed to visit me on my birthday, but they couldn't make it. So I was thinking they're not gonna come at all. They didn't say anything. They just told me, hey, we're not gonna make it. Sorry, this and that. So I went out with that knowledge, thinking I'm gonna go out on the bender, have the best night, man. It was great. My birthday was awesome. Friends were there, all of these things. Next day, I'm thinking, like, okay, I'm gonna sleep this in. But like literally 2 hours after everybody left, they called me. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're like literally 10 minutes away." Like, directors, yeah. So I'm coming down, dude. I'm high as a fucking kite. My eyes are bloodshot. Amy's fucking passed out. She couldn't even lift the muscle, and I had to be there to pretend to my parents that I was fine, like nothing was wrong, and it was weird, dude. Oh, worst day of my life. And I think like they knew, but it was a thing where they were like, we don't want to touch this, and I knew they knew, and I didn't want to talk about it, so we were just like in that awkward state and talking and everything. But dude, it was horrible. Oh, my little sister was there as well. She was trying to play with me, and like every movement I made, like I feel like dying. Worst night of my life, man. Seriously, it was crazy. But that's me. That's my best and my worst one in the same time. I did have another one, but that's about a crazy girl, and I kind of don't want to talk about her. Long story short,
inside thoughts. We talk about the stuff that's going on.
Okay, so I was actually out with Adam. I think it was his birthday, so he came to spend it in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Somehow managed to fuck his relationship because He was drunk, and I was like, dude, number one rule you never do is call your girl when you're drunk on a night out in a different town. Yeah.
No.
So he called his missus and he told her, I'm not gonna cheat on you. And I'm like, dude, you're calling her like at 3. Like, what do you think she's gonna think? So she was mad at him. So that's one thing. Yeah.
Oh God.
We finished the night, so I was like trying to tell him what to, like, advising him what to do or something like that to fix it and stuff like that. Got kebab, and as we were getting kebab, some girl just came. You know how I like to tie my jacket on my waist? Some girl came, fucking pulled it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I looked at her, she laughed at me, and she like walked outside, and I was thinking, should I go talk to her? Should I talk to her? I decided to talk to her, then like spend the next 10-20 minutes like talking to her, we were vibing and all this shit. I'm like, looks like I'm gonna pull. So yeah, so long story short, I pulled this girl, I beat, everything was fine, cool. But this bitch doesn't want to go home, man. She was literally in my house. I think this is a Friday night, she was there till Monday. And I couldn't get rid of her. Like, I literally couldn't. I'd like, it was crazy. Yeah.
I've never heard that story before.
Yeah, and she was the type of girl that like I don't know. I think she doesn't know like social interactions that well. Cause like I've tried hints, I've tried like everything to get rid of her, and I couldn't. Huh?
Did you ask her to leave?
I did, but because I'm a nice guy, I can't just tell her to fuck off. So I was like, hey, I have to do something, and she'd be like, no, don't worry, I'll just sit here, you do your thing, and I'm like, sake, I want to be alone, but like I couldn't say it to her. So
you could say that, you chose not to.
I could, but that's the thing. That's the lesson I learned. Like, like sometimes you just have to tell people straight away, like, hey, go away, please, or something like that. But I did it, and she spent the whole weekend. It wasn't wasted because I did beat like multiple times, but still.
Fair play.
Yeah, it was like, yo.
That's how you justify it. It weren't wasted, she weren't just there.
I mean, she was there, and here's the thing, she's not ugly, she's fucking fine, and she'll be in like the top beats. And I realized something, the crazier they go, the best, like the greater the sex. I don't know why that is a thing, but yeah, dude, it was yeah, I'm like, fuck off, but then again, like, I'm happy she's here, so like, yeah, I think I beat like 10 times like in 3 days. It was insane. Yeah, she was a psycho girl.
She, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to go, but
now all look like asshole.
Yeah, and I hear stories about girls like that, and I'm thinking like that's not real till it happened to me, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. But yeah, and then she was demanding like so I was going. There's a Tesco like next to my the place I lived, and like every time I went there, I'm trying to get stuff, like I'm gonna go get like say onions to cook or something, and she'd be like, oh, get me this, get me that, get me that. She would even ask Adam to get her something, and we were like, how like fucking rude are you? Or you can say please or something, like we're not your slaves or whatever. It was a situation, man. I didn't handle it very well, obviously, but
yeah, it sounds
it was
like
fun, it was stressful, and it was scary. Yeah, I was thinking this will be the type of girl that's gonna kill you if like. Oh,
I think like you could say that if you had asked her to leave.
I did. But here's what made me get scared of her. Here's what scared me. Yeah? So after the second time we beat, like the next morning, like we were in bed and I was on my phone and I think a girl texted me and something. And guess what she said? Who was that? Like, what the fuck? This is my thing.
She was trying to find out is make sure that you weren't wifed up.
Yeah. And then she was like, so what are we? And I'm like,
I knew that was gonna come. She thinks you're a boyfriend and girlfriend after.
And then she went on a whole spiel. So she's okay. So for context, she's like light skinned, and she was talking about, that's what all you black boys do. This is why like I don't. And she was talking crazy stuff, and I was just laying there thinking, shit, if I say the wrong thing now, she's gonna kill me. I was scared. I was really scared.
We ain't even had
a dude, what do you mean? I know. It was crazy. But I think to her, because we had sex, that meant like everything. So yeah, that was fucking something, man.
Damn.
Yeah. It was scary. Adam always roasts me every time I talk about that.
Damn.
She's mad.
Wow, I've never heard that story till now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was scary, man. She was scary. But scary. Yeah.
Oh. All right. So to conclude, then, that is what we've discussed is that we all have our own crazy stories.
Yeah, we have our moments.
Yeah. Sometimes I say, looking back at them, we're not always the good guys, but we are always a lit time.
But hey, at least the one thing to say is we look out for each other. We always have a good night out.
That is a recurring thing. Yeah. And we were all young at those times, so it's like it is.
Yeah.
Getting those experiences, living that life,
True.
Not that life, just life. Yeah, man. We were all. I'm gonna say we were very young, just so you know. So these aren't the people we are today, but these are
way.
We can fondly look back on because we know they were things that had happened, not necessarily who we are now.
Yeah.
Just
right. It's been good chatting to you guys today. That was
good way to start the day off as well.
Yeah. So yeah, that was nights out and missed opportunities, I guess.
I like that one.
Nights out, missed opportunities.
I like that.
That's I guess this is it. This is our. This is the end. Yeah.
Awesome.
Be with you.
See you guys next week.
I don't know.
All right. See you next week.
See you next week. Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening. Bye.
Peace out.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. One love. All right.